Hello, beautiful people. So I am back as promised with the Clearproof Deep Cleansing Charcoal Mask. I love this mask. I'll be using my Mary Kay mask applicator. I feel like it's made out of silicone. I love this applicator. For one, I ain't got to clean no mask off my hands, off my fingertips, less mess. And then it helps use less products, and then you put it on a lot more easier and a lot more evenly when you have a mask applicator. So I'm gonna go on and get right into it and get to putting this on. And I love this mask because it has the it has peppermint and rosemary extracts in it. So like it really awakens the senses when you put this on. Smell it and feeling it wise, it definitely does what it does. That's why I love using this in my day routine. And then you're gonna use this like 2 to 3 times a week. Don't use it every day. It's activated charcoal. So activated charcoal, it works as a magnet to pull out the toxins, oil, and blackheads. Y'all can see I like putting it on in a kind of an upward motion. Some areas you can't help but to, you know, work down, but for the most part, I like to work in an upward motion. Yeah, I hear my little baby. He in there with his daddy. My baby, he's in his talking era. He like, I got a voice. Y'all gonna hear me. He's 5 months. And it feel like just yesterday I just had them. They get big so fast. Like, bruh, you was just born. How are you this big already? You know what I'm saying? But anywho, back to this mask. I usually only put it like in my more problem areas. But since I'm doing a video, I'm gonna go ahead and just apply it everywhere. Why not? Go on and apply it everywhere. And what I love about this mask too, when it dries, you can see your pores. So you for sure know it's doing what it's doing. That's why I love Mary Kay products, because it's not just claims. Like, the stuff is clinically proven. They run trials and stuff. That's why when people be like, well, I have sensitive skin and I can't put stuff on my face. But you wear makeup, sis. You know what that's doing to your face? That's why I highly encourage people, just go on the website. Just go on the Mary Kay website and look at the information that they give you on their website, because it tells you about the clinical trials and the percentages and the claims that are factual. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I got my mask on. I did my 4-in-1 cleanser already before I put on my mask. Now I got my mask on. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to pop back up and show y'all how it look. And also, what I do like, it shows you like where your oily areas and your dry areas are. So when it's fully dry and when you do put it on evenly, the lighter areas is where you're more dry at, and the darker areas is where you're more oily at. So when it's dry, we gonna see what's up. All right, y'all, I'll be right back up. All right, y'all, so I'm back. I'm all dry. And y'all remember when I said you can see the pores? Y'all see my pores? I have used other charcoal masks, and I have never, ever seen my pores with those masks. Ever. And then, like I was telling y'all, with the darker spots, so I have a little oil buildup here, some over here, my nose, right here, definitely right here. So it kind of tells you about your skin. That's why I love this mask. That's why I love this mask. So let's take this off. I'm telling y'all, It's so refreshing, and it does what it says it does. I like to let my towel kind of sit for a second, just so it can. So much easier to take off when you let it sit for a second. All right. And there we have it. I'll use my fan to quick dry. I don't like to pat dry. I prefer to air dry. I just prefer to air dry, especially when, you know, when that feeling. It already gives that cooling feeling when you put it on. Air drying makes it even better. So y'all see how I was saying, like, still got that little shine, still got that little glow. So y'all, that's what that Clearproof do. All right, bye. Hope y'all enjoyed.